Welcome to the EVE Online Planetary Action multiple character, multiple account demonstration. This is centered around using 5 characters for an optimum build path to product level 5. And I'll fix it in editing, but somewhere around there. Product level 5, first character, take 1. In this demonstration, we'll be using a barren planet to make all the parts necessary to create transcranial microcontrollers, a level 3 product that can be built on a single planet and sold for, at least at the time of this video, about 30,000 ISK each. We'll go ahead and log in with the first character and begin scanning for...
Alright guys, I'm back.
In this system, there's a barren planet that is the first planet in the system. And we're going to scan it for the appropriate material. The first one on my list is carbon compounds. Strongest hotspot on the planet is this nice little orange spot right here. We'll adjust the bands to figure out exactly where the good stuff is. I already have command center in my hold, but the command center in the cargo hold of this ship, I can simply click on command center and place it somewhere close to the hotspot. I want to place it close to the hotspot only because I need to have decent proximity when I view the planet in planet mode for each time I have to reset the cycle. Take the time to upgrade it. We're going to go ahead and upgrade it to max level for this character. That's level 4 command center. And we're also going to build a spaceport and an extractor control unit close to the hotspot. We want these two as close together as we can get, because we want to make sure that the cost of the link is as little as possible. In the next step, we want to initiate a program on the planet for the carbon compounds. We want to place extractor heads until we use approximately half of the available power usage, which you can see up here. Fortunately, is going to be a chunk of them. Beautiful. We'll distribute these about equally around. We'll probably bring in the closer a little bit. But evenly around. We don't want to take the center of the hotspot down. We want it evenly sucked off the outside to minimize impact to the depletion level. And I also usually set my timers at approximately 23 hours, which gives me just enough time to log in and reset them at the same time every day. Here we can see the yield, 66,000 units, which is more than enough to feed 4 processors. It's actually enough to feed just over 5 processors. So, go ahead and make sure that this is evenly distributed, and set it going. Next, we want to build, since we have enough to supply 5 processors, we want to build 5 basic processors. Around the starport. And since I have more than enough for 5, I'm going to go ahead and put 6 on for 11. Which it's going to. And again, I want to place these as close as possible to keep the planetary link costs down. submit. The product being produced here now gets routed to the starport, which of course will overload it. If we zoom in, we can see exactly how much it will overload it. Here it says 600% overloaded. So that means I need to upgrade once to get to 200%, twice to get to 400%, 3 times will get me to 800%, which will be more than enough to allow for this route. Since it's hard for me to grab onto that link from here, I can go to links, click on the only link, and just double click to give me link properties. Upgrade. Upgrade. The link again. Upgrade. Upgrade. Link again. Upgrade. Upgrade, and it now has just enough capacity to be able to carry the load from the extractor. See here, 75% or roughly around there, which means that I'm using more than 50%, which means I did not over-upgrade the link. Now that all the material is being extracted and routed to the starport, we can start turning on these processors. Carbon compounds are made to used to make biofuels. So double click, double click, double click, and double click. Very convenient on this one. Double click on the processor, double click on the biofuels, double click on biofuels, double click on the starport or launchpad, which will allow you to route it there. Repeat the process for each of the processors. Soon have all of your product properly routed. Now that all the product is routed and the assemblies are turned on, you can use the incoming route here, which is the carbon compounds, and create a route to each of the processors. Sorting by quantity can be a good way to keep that at the top. All of the routes are created. We can submit and turn the job on. To verify that everything's turned on correctly, we can look at the route summary, which unfortunately is not resizable, but we have carbon compounds incoming, and then we have 6 processors, so we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outgoing, and 6 biofuels incoming. At this point we can exit planet mode, and log out. With our first character producing more than enough in biofuels, we can now log in with our second character, and prepare to extract noble metals to make precious metals. This particular character is flying a Prime Mini, convenient because it has no industrial skills. And as we can see in the command center hold, it has one barren command center, which we can use on the first planet in the solar system. Here again we are going to look for noble metals, as we've met the needs of the carbon compounds with our first character. No overly intense hotspots, but my best bet seems to be right there or right there. I'm going to go with the yellow here. So my density is a little bit less on this character, but I should be able to get what I need. Place the command center in proximity to the hotspots so we can find it easily. Remember, it doesn't have to be connected, it just determines where home is. Also, this home button will center on the command center, so that's a good way to find it. Then we place an extractor control unit in range of the hotspot. Usually this extractor control unit can cover both hotspots. I'm going to go ahead and put it right about there so that I can have the potential to move it later. also need a spaceport, barren launchpad. That's where I keep getting spaceports from. This character can upgrade all the way to 5, but we don't actually need that. We're going to go ahead and upgrade to 4 for consistency's sake. And upgrade. Build our launch pad. And submit. We'll go ahead and survey 4. Again, we're looking at noble metals. Turning on half the heads. Get us to about 50% power usage. And evenly distributing them about the hotspot for reduced depletion rate. And here we have 80,000 units, which is going to be more than enough, but that will reduce as we increase the duration of our cycle. Again, 23 hours convenient to make it so you can come back at a good time. Install program. Switch. And get ready to create a route. Again, we want to try to create the route first, because it will tell us how much we need. Here we can see it's 580, which means we're still over double and over double, which means we need to go up to upgrade the link 3 times. Having upgraded the link, we're ready to create the route now. And there we can see about 72% usage. Create route. Now, since we have enough to keep up with only 5 processors, I'm going to go ahead and put only 5 on this planet. Right, after creating the processors and linking them properly, we'll have to submit so that we can install the schematics. The schematic associated with noble metals is precious metals. Click, hit P, click, double click, and double click. Again, if you're not so much for double clicking, you can click, hit P, precious metals, install, precious metals, create route, destination, create route. But since I like double clicking and I'm in the interest of time, I'm going to double click. Now that all of the processors are established to create the product they need, they'll just need the product coming in, create route, and repeat. Now that all the routes are established, we can verify 1 incoming, 5 outgoing, and 5 outgoing. Sorry, 5 more incoming. With this planet done, we can exit planet mode and now ready for the 3rd character, also in a primate. This character will be producing microorganisms to produce bacteria. Ready now with our primate, we're going to go ahead and open planet 1 in our planet mode. And scan down microorganisms to figure out where to place your command center. A few good hotspots on this planet. This one looks to be particularly tasty. We'll widen up the range to figure out exactly how tasty. It looks like this one wins. So another thing to be aware of is the option to show other characters' networks, just in case they have something nearby. This planet is relatively unoccupied though. Skipping forward a little bit to the extraction pattern, which of course you have to submit to do. After placing and tuning the extractor control unit, still ending up about just over 60,000 units per hour, and again that's indicated by this field right here. That's our magic number to determine how many processors we need. 5 processors to keep up with 60,000 input. And we'll be using, again, bacteria in this product. Double click, double click, double click. Another way to tell that everything's working properly, which this particular one isn't all done, is you want to watch for links to be going in both directions from each processor. I have not yet routed my material coming in from the extractor onto the processors. And again, showing just one more time these flashing dancing ants along the routes. There's none going out to this processor, so I need to feed it with microorganisms. All done on this planet. Go ahead and exit planet mode and log out. Conveniently, my characters that I'm using today are all numbered, which makes it easier for me to figure out which ones they are. This is the last extracting character, and he'll be extracting base metals and to make reactive metals. And once I'm logged in, I simply go to the first planet, go in planet mode, and get ready to place my command center in a hotspot for base metals. And there's my hotspot. In this one, I'm jumping ahead based on the estimate that I'll probably have 60,000 on this planet as well, just by the concentration of the hotspot. I wanted to point out that the cost of this is about 4 million is per extracting planet to work on, so it's not necessarily that cheap to set up, but it pays off quite well. And with everything placed in balance on this planet, just want to give it a once over, make sure everything's routing properly. Zooming in close, we can see all the flashing dancing ants. For too long, this will dump the cycle into the spaceport, route everything out into the processors, and the processors will begin processing back into the spaceport. And again, we're ready to log out. Our last character is going to have some very special purposes. Instead of extracting anything, this particular character is only going to process materials. So command center in hand, we're ready to look at planet number 1. And for this character, it really doesn't matter where we set up. Anywhere that looks cool is good enough for me. I'll go with this one because it looks kind of neat right here. Since this character is only producing, we still need to go ahead and upgrade, but we only need to upgrade to level 2. That will give us enough CPU to be able to put up a launch pad. And then around the launch pad, we simply set up advanced, not high-tech, but advanced industry facilities. The number of industry facilities you'll need is you'll need 5 advanced industry facilities for every 2 basic facilities on the other characters. So in the case where we had 6, we're going to go ahead and round up to the 6 that we had on average. We will need 3 times 5 is 15 advanced industry facilities. Turns out after 6 advanced industry facilities, I clean ran out of CPU, so I need to go up one more notch. Now with these all advanced industry facilities all built, again, 6 million-isk on this particular planet. This is the most expensive planet. So the reason I structure them quite the way I do is I intend to balance them out. I make biocells on one side. I make nanites on the other side. materials should be routed to which sides. I'll go ahead and install these jobs, and then we'll get ready to route the product that's coming in. Now with all the programs installed, we'll need to route product, and the only products we have coming in right now is nanites and biocells, because the other materials will be coming from the other planets. Go ahead and create route for nanites to each of the advanced facilities. Once you've had the chance to gather enough materials of P1, you'll be able to import that onto the planet's surface and distribute it to your processors. Select import, add all of them, and import planet. And just a magic number while you're here, 6,500 is about the capacity for each of these P1s to completely fill a starport. Close enough for government work. This, instead of looking at incoming route, we're going to look at the storage and create route. Oops, I went to the wrong side. Simply repeat it until finished. Once all those jobs are submitted, you'll notice that it took a full cycle worth and started producing, and then I didn't quite have enough material to completely fill for a second cycle, so this couple of these stations are now empty. As it continues to produce, it will export it all here, and then it will fill up the level 3 processors and then make some nice transcranial microcontrollers. That's it. Exit planet mode, log out.